Alright, Unit 8, Day 2. So, now we're going to be writing function rules from words. So, for problems 1 through 4, it says to determine the independent and dependent variables, write a depends or function statement, and fill in the table and write a function rule. So there's quite a bit to each of these problems. Now, on number 1, it's asking us what is the independent and dependent variable in the total cost of CDs that cost $15 each. So the independent is going to be the number of CDs. Okay, the dependent would have to be total cost, because the total cost depends on the number of CDs that you buy. Alright, a depends statement is like I just said. Total cost depends on number of CDs. Alright? So, let's see. If we think about this for a second, if we buy one CD, we'd have to multiply it by $15, and that's going to be 15. If I buy 2 CDs, I'd multiply that by 15, and that would give me 30. If I bought 3 CDs by 15, 30, so on and so forth, so X times 15 equals total. So that's what we would say. We would say X times 15 equals Y. Okay? So if X is 1, the process would be 1 times 15, and the Y would be 15. 2 times 15. That's 30. 3 times 15, 45. We'll go with X times 15 equals 15X. Okay? And then the last question here asks, is this discrete or continuous? Okay? And the thing that you got to think about this is, are you going to buy a half of a CD? No, you just don't buy halves of CDs. That's like a broken in half CD. Why would you pay money for it? It doesn't do anything for you. So this is what's called discrete. Okay? Because there's no halves, there's no quarters, there's no eighths, there's nothing in between. Okay? There's just singles. Okay? So, moving along here. The total cost for gasoline that cost $2.75 a gallon. So the input is going to be number of gallons. Okay? The output is going to be total cost. Alright? So, let's see, my function statement for this would wind up being, cost depends on number of gallons. Okay? My function rule, okay, so I like to come off here to the side. That's 275 times 1 equals 275. 275 times 2, let's see, that's going to be 550. Okay, and what I'm noticing is I'm doing X times 275 equals a total. Alright, now with this, we can buy halves of a gallon. We can buy a range of things in between 1 and no gallons. So that is what we're actually going to call continuous. Okay? So our process, let's go with 1, 2, 3.5, and X. I just feel like doing the 3.5 in there because I feel like it. So we've got 1 times 275. That's going to be 275. We got 2 times 275. And that's going to be 550. And then we've got 3.5 times 275. And that's 9.63. Okay? We round to the nearest cent, since we're talking about dollars and gallons and all that stuff. So, let's see, that goes away. So, did I say it was? 9.63. Okay. So, we do 3.5 times 275. And that winds up being 963. Okay? So X times 275 is 275X. That's not too pretty. So that's 2.75X. Okay. So use your rule to find the cost of 12 gallons of gas. Okay, so we just simply take 12 times 275. So that's going to wind up being $33. And it's just that simple. Okay, so $33. And there's that. Okay. Number 3, it says change that you receive when buying gas at $2.55 a gallon with a $50 bill. So the input is going to be number of gallons. Okay. The output is going to be the amount of change. Okay, so the depend statement is going to be change depends on number of gallons. The function rule for this is going to look a little odd, okay, in comparison to what we've done so far. So our function rule is going to look like this. We're going to go, since we're figuring out the change, we're handing them a $50 bill, and we need to subtract the amount that we pay in gas out of that $50 bill. So 255x. Okay, this is going to be what's called continuous. Okay, so let's go with 1, 2, 3, and let's say 5, because I feel like it. Okay, so that's going to be 50 minus 255 times 1. 50 minus 255 times 2. 50 minus 255 times 4. 3. Oops. And then 50 minus 255 times 5. Alright. And we can put those in the calculator. So that's going to be 50 minus 255. That's 47.45. So 47.45. $45 would be the amount of change you get. Okay? And then that's going to be, the next one will be $44.90. And then $42.35. And then the next one would be so let's see, 255 times 5. So that's 1275. So 50 minus 1275 is 3725. And there it is. Not too horrible. Alright, next one. Okay, we got number 4 here. It says the school newspaper makes money by selling advertisements that cost $25 each, okay? Well, right off the bat, I can tell you that this is discrete. Okay, you don't sell halves of an advertisement or anything like that, okay? The function rule, very simple to figure out, y equals 25x, okay? The function statement would be, let's see, well, let's figure out our independent and dependent before we try to do that. So the independent would be number of ads. The dependent would have to be the amount made. Amount made. So that's going to be profit is a function of number of ads. Okay? So there's that. Now, putting these into our table here, we got 1, 2, 3, let's call it 4, and we're going to go 1 times 25. That's 25. 2 times 25. That's 50. 3 times 25. That's 75. 4 times 25. That's 100. Okay? And y'all should eventually get to where y'all can do them just about that fast. Okay? Alright. Next up says to write a function rule for each situation. Define the variables. Okay? Define the variables. Okay? Y'all, a lot of y'all are really bad about following through with that. You need to make sure to do that. So, let's see, the total cost for Red Bulls when they cost $2.99 each. Okay, so we're going to have X, we're going to have Y. Y is the total cost. Okay, and X is the number of Red Bulls. Okay, so that's going to be Y equals $2.99 X. And there we have it. Okay? Number 6. Profit after you invest $2.09 on shirts and then sell them for $9.50 each. Okay, so Y equals profit X equals number of shirts. Number of shirts sold. Okay? So, Y equals, let's see, we're selling these shirts for $9.50 a piece. Okay? But we started off by investing $209. Okay? And there we have that. So profit after you invest $209 on shirts and then sell them for $9.50 each. So there's that. Now it says acquire selling candy bars for $2 each. It costs them $200 for the candy. Write a function rule to show the profit as a function of the number of candy bars sold. Okay, so we're going to go y equals profit. Profit x equals number of candy bars. Candy bars. There we go. Okay, so candy bars. Okay, so there's that. So y equals 2x, and then we're starting off $200 in the hole, so we say minus 200. And there's our function statement. Okay? Write a function rule to show the profit as a function of the number of candy bars sold. So we sell those at $2 a piece. We have to sell 100 of them just to break even. So there's that. Now number 8. Your weight on the moon is about 1/6 of your weight on Earth. Write a function rule to show your weight on the moon, ME, as a function of your weight on Earth, E. Let's see. Okay, so on this one, our variable is already defined. Weight on moon, ME. Weight on Earth is E. So, M of E equals 1/6 of our weight on Earth. So that one was pretty easy. It's right there. They kind of spell that one out for you. Okay? So, let's see. Now it says on number 9 that we're going to find our change from a $10 bill when buying soft drinks at 75 cents each. Okay, so y equals change. And x equals number of soft drinks. Okay, so that's y equals 10 minus 0.75x. Okay, so we multiply the number of drinks we get by 0.75 and then subtract that from 10, and that would be how we find out our change. Alright, so next thing, okay, a worker's earnings when the worker is paid $8.25 per hour. Use your rule to find what he will make if he works 40 hours. Alright, so we're going to worker's earnings. So let's see. We're going to say big P equals paycheck. Okay. Amount paid. Okay. And then we're going to say H equals hours worked. Hours worked. So that's going to be big P equals 40 new equals 825. There we go. H. Alright. Now that's the function rule. Okay. Then we take our little function rule and we're going to figure out what P is if 825 is multiplied by 40, the number of hours that he can work in a week. So let's see. 8.25 times 40 is 330. So P equals 330. And there we have it. Alright. The amount of water left in a pool if it starts with 20,000 gallons and leaks 10 gallons each hour. Use your rule to find out how much will be left after it has leaked for 24 hours. Alright, so we're going to say A, or no, what do we want to say? Let's call it big P equals pool level. The amount of water in there, okay, and we're going to call it H for number of hours. We can make variables mean anything that we need them to. So H is hours, P is the amount of water in pool, okay? So P is equivalent to 20,000 minus 10 times H. Alright? So what that winds up being, what we're going to have to do is plug in a 24 for the H. So P equals 20,000 minus 24 times 10. So that's going to be P equals 240 from 20,000 minus 240. 19,760. And there's our answer. Okay. Alright, last one. So the perimeter of an equilateral triangle is a function of the length of the sides. So big P equals the perimeter. Okay. And let's say little s equals side length. Okay. Now it says that the perimeter of an equilateral triangle. So we know that all sides are the same. Okay. In triangle, there's 3 sides. So P equals 3S. And there it is. That's all there is to that one. Alright. Thank you for watching.